Okay, everyone, before we get started, I just wanted to give everyone kind of a quick breakdown of what I was doing on this little wading expedition for smallmouth. First thing is what I was using was this little Biwa 3-inch armored crawfish, which is a very realistic looking crawfish. Makes you just want to eat it, kind of looking at it, on a weedless 1/16 ounce jig. And I was walking upstream, and what I was looking for mainly were these places where either there was a current break or a place for the fish to hide. So if I'm standing right here walking upstream, I'm casting right to where these roots are here and in front of this tree that's overhanging the water. So a lot of times the fish will be tucked up in these roots up under the bank. So you want to cast, if you're standing here, you want to cast all the way up here to the bank, bring it as close along as you can, and then reel back toward yourself as it gets close to those trees and the tangles, especially if it's way down in the water. So I got one of them right off some roots like that. Another thing to look for are current breaks. So the current runs along here. It's going to form a little eddy right here. A lot of times fish will hang out here and ambush stuff as it comes through, especially if there's some rocks or something for them to kind of hang out in. I didn't really get, I might have got a small one using that technique in this video, but what was more successful were, and what I found is best is if you get two, if you get like a little cove. So in this case there was a tree overhung, and then there were some rocks here too, and it formed a little pocket. So when I'm standing here, I cast up into that pocket and jig my little crawfish bait through there, and there was probably more than one fish hanging out in a spot like this, because they'll come out and get stuff, or stuff will come under that overhanging tree that's hanging down in the water, and they can get it and still have cover from above. They can hang out in these rocks and they aren't fighting the current very well. So that's a pretty good upstream strategy, and all I was doing was casting out at like a 45-degree angle or a 60-degree angle, and then letting the current bring it back, jigging it along the bottom. When it got about even to me in the current, I would start to bring it back, and sometimes as you pull it away from the bank, that triggers those fish to kind of come out, and they'll hit it when it gets in the middle. But usually the fish are kind of hanging out in some kind of cover close to the bank, so I aim right at the bank. You can even cast right up on the bank. That's why I go weedless, also with all those overhanging trees. So here we go. We're going to catch a couple smallies.
There's a fish. Little one. Man. Oh. Little baby. It's not deep, but it's fast. Yeah. At least the deer made a spot for us. Looks like the deer made a spot for us. Yeah, that root wouldn't hold. I'm just gonna have to go for it. Bank's not too bad. Just had a bite. Come on, take it. Take it. There's a fish. Tiny little guy. Hold still, Jamie. Christmas. Little baby. He's back in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. Maybe 12. Maybe 12. Current. He's fighting. First I thought he was only 6 inches, but he's probably 12. Maybe about, actually that looks 11 to me. Good fighter in that current. Nice to get on one. Third fish of the day, biggest one so far. We're moving in the right direction. There you go, buddy. Camera rolling, but I do now. There we go. That's why I always have my camera rolling, even when I don't. I made a great cast exactly where I wanted to go, and there's a fish just waiting right there for it. Nice 11-incher. All right, back in she goes. Woo. I never turn my camera off, but I only had so much time left on it tonight, so